Hello everyone and welcome to episode 72 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling Series here on the channel, as it is the Sakura Genesis Tour. And what a show we have. As far as obviously the main event, Kenta versus Nakamura for the IWGP Heavyweight title, which that match should be a lot of fun. Obviously those two, as far as were never really able to have that kind of big time platform match, obviously because they just kind of missed each other like two ships in the night. But as far as to be able to have those matches here in New Japan has been a lot of fun. And as far as what the rest of the card will look like, it looks like this. As the co-main event, IWGP Intercontinental title matchup, Walter versus Tyler Black. A match that was built up a little bit in the previous episode, and as far as that's just going to be a fun-ass co-main event. Tyler Black's had a pretty great run with the Intercontinental title so far. Obviously, it's still, very short into the run, but that should be a hell of a match, though. Walter and Tyler Black has a lot of potential to really be a special type of matchup. And the next matchup, never openweight title matchup, the Great Okan taking on Satoru Shino. Wanted to give Okan this matchup for two reasons. Number one, Okan beating Joe Doring during the New Japan Cup. Just felt like that's a great kind of catalyst to get this title change, and we're going to have Okan and Katsuya Kitamura take on Ashino and Doring, and kind of build up to that match like that. But also, he did potentially, he was a semifinalist in the New Japan Cup, and I think as far as going on the run like that, when you have a lot of big-time wins, it makes sense to kind of have someone of that caliber that went on that run to be a Final Four in the New Japan Cup, to at least get something out of it, even if it's something like a never openweight title matchup. But still, Satoru Shino, of course, a former heavyweight champion, a guy who's won the G1, who's won the New Japan Cup. He's done so much for his run here in New Japan, and to have this time matchup, this honestly could be better than the co-main. That's going to be really, really special. And I think stylistically they match up really well. Then the United States title matchup, Brody Lee versus AJ Styles. They had a match. Oh, was that was one of the Russell Grand Slam shows where they had a U.S. title matchup, I believe. Oh no, it was a New Japan Strong. That's what it was. New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup, where Brody had won, as obviously being the New Japan Strong Openweight champion. He beat AJ for that New Japan Strong Openweight title, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be fun to see, a little rematch there between the two. Obviously, AJ, we're going to see the story here with also Claudio helping out the Dark Order and kind of teasing, potentially, is he going to join the Dark Order? That seems to be, the story that, just so far, it's been pretty fun to tell, as far as having Claudio just kind of be the hottest free agent in New Japan right now, where every kind of group is eyeing him and wanting him to obviously be a part of their group. And to have it with the Dark Order is going to be a lot of fun to kind of potentially tease that. Because obviously, the position could be there for him, to help with like him and Brody be an awesome team, first of all, but also he would kind of fill what Evil does, but would be better, unfortunately, for Evil, who was kind of went downhill very, very fast in this. But so just, I think potentially it could also make sense. So that's why we're also going to do Roderick Strong and Claudio Castagnoli on that show, which, was obviously a return match from the New Japan Cup where they had their time limit draw. So that should be fun. 6-man tag for Golden Ace and Leona Fujinami against the House of Torture, which is going to be, obviously, Jay White, Miro, and then Taiji Shimori. Obviously, we're doing Golden Ace House of Torture at Wrestling Dontaku. That would be the second night of that tour for the IWGP Tag Team title, so hence why we're building that up. And then our final final title match in this Sakura Genesis show will be this New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup as the Time Splitters, Alex Shelley and Kushida against the Astronauts. Should be a lot of fun, as far as to see what Kushida and Alex Shelley can do, as far as, they've been junior champs, but they've never been, obviously, the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. I think that'd be a great chance for them, and I think Takuya Nomura and Fumino Arabe against them will be a pretty fun little matchup. They've had solid matches so far, Astronauts, as far as for their New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title run. It hasn't been great, but it's been very solid. They've been like 82s and 83s, so we can get it into the 85-plus category. That will be great. Then LIJ versus Court of Justice. We're continuing that story since we just saw Juice beat Naito, which was massive. To continue that story here with a 8-man matchup, I believe, as obviously everybody from Court of Justice. And then for LIJ, believe it is Naito, Hiromu, Shingo, And then Bushi, I believe that is the 8-man. It might actually be SB Kento now I'm thinking about it. It might be Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu, Bushi, and SB Kento. That actually might be the 8-man. But I believe SB Kento's in that match. So there is that as far as the 8-match card. But as far as pretty solid stuff, I think for Sakura Genesis, it's always a unique opportunity because you're falling off of the New Japan Cup, and you're going into, obviously, a big tour in Wrestling Dutaku, and yeah, the best Super Juniors coming up as well, and obviously SB Kento has had quite a unique little run as Junior Champion, just shockingly beating Kushida, then having the match with Nakamura, and potentially could be the Junior Champion going into the best Super Juniors. Really depends on what happens at Wrestling Dutaku, as, I think so far this card, it's got potential, for sure, to be pretty special. Obviously, that main event's going to deliver, and it's going to really come down to the co-main and the Great Khan Shotaro Ashino matchup. But everything is pre-booked. We got everything rocking and rolling, so we just have to add it, plug it in, and play type of thing. That's a pretty solid main event, though. Alexander and Volter against Bryan Danielson and Hayato Tamura. But yeah, as far as for the backstage incident, it is SB Kento, as he set up a barbecue outside and cooked for everyone. Way to go, SB Kento. So the main event. Oh man, so it's either going to be, this is probably the main, Kenta and Kingston against Nakamura and Alexander Hammerstone. Fun match here. Kingston's going to beat Hammerstone. I think that's the right call. Then we have the 8-man Rushmore. Obviously everybody have Rushmore and then Brody, the Order of Destruction, and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio's going to beat Matt Jackson there. Then we'll have, so we got Flight Club against House of Torture, which is Takeda and Taiji Shimori and Drew Parker. So I think this will probably be the next best thing here. Court of Justice, LIJ. As Sonata and Bushi against Hanare and Taichi. Sonata's going to beat Taichi in 16 minutes. Then Flight Club, House of Torture. Flight Club will get the win. Taira Jr. Fujita is going to beat Masashi Takeda in 10 minutes. That's going to be set for Seal of the Show. Silva versus Kosai Fujita, which Silva will win. And then Evil, of course, over Yuto Nakashima, because we need to give him a nice little win. But Yuto Nakashima, he's finally out of the Young Lion phase, which is pretty cool. We're going to slowly kind of phase that out, and it's weird because he's obviously going to go on excursion. I'm not exactly sure where he'll go, if it's going to be the CMLL or if it's going to be in the States. Really, I have no idea. But, so far, he's been pretty solid in his progression so far as a Young Lion. Definitely have no ill will or anything towards him. He's done very well for himself. Goddamn, the industry's in the toilet, the economy's in the toilet. Not a great time to run a promotion in Japan. Really not sure I'll run this show. Well, probably the Amino Value Hall, honestly, just gonna get that out of the way. Good shit there for day 1. The 47 for the opener. Not great. Evil with the 54. Yuto Nakashima with 37. The Banshee Muzzle for Evil in 15 minutes. So at least he gets a win. He desperately needed a win. 53 for Silver and Kosai Fujita. Discus Lariat for John Silver in 9:34. 69. Nice for the Flight Club. House of Torture 6-man. Takeda with the Kid. Or rather, Takeda losing to the Kid. Tapping out in 10:04. As Ishimori, the 75 best guy in the match by far. Dante Martin was in a 60 there. He got a Junior Fujita with 59. Yeah, just Ishimori was the head and shoulders carrier of this one. 74, though, for Sonata and Bushi, and then Hanare and Taichi. That Court of Justice just can't catch a break with these fucking chemistry boosts. As Bushi and Sonata, better team, gets the win, as Sonata beating Taichi with a rounding body press in 15:40. It was a 70 for the 8-man. Oh man, inflamed bicep tendon for Claudio. Sucks he gets injured here. Luckily, it should be a light injury there, as far as he should be able to continue working throughout the injury, but just unfortunate that has to happen as Claudio with the neutralizer, though. See if it was caused by anybody. No, just kind of happenstance. But look at Nakamura and Hammerstone being an excellent chemistry team. Hell yeah, that's a great get for the Kingdom of Strong Style. But what a win, though, for Eddie Kingston and Kenta, though. As, as far as Eddie with the backdrop driver over Hammerstone, Nakamura head and shoulders above everybody else in Hammerstone. He was off his game, but still not the level of everybody else. But if we can get him there, That could be a hell of a team. I got the crowd hotter, too. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. It's not a little 81. We'll take it. It's on to day 2. We go. Alrighty, day 2. They still want us to run Kanto, which that's definitely not going to be the case. I don't know why I clicked on the amp somewhere, because that was weird. It's all yellow, and it's like, oh, we got to click on it. It's odd. Very strange that my brain worked like that there. As, boy, only 2,000. 2,709 to be exact. So yeah, it's either the Toyoshi General Gymnasium or the Nagoya Congress Center. We will go with the Toyoshi General Gymnasium for this. The main event. Ooh, let's see. So we got Golden Ace with Fujinami and Taguchi against the House of Torture 8-man team. This is probably the main though. United Rage against Doring and Ashino. I like that a lot. And Doring's going to beat Katsuya Kitamura in 20 minutes. So a little revenge there for Joe Doring. The 8-man. It's a technical match class. So this is the opener. As Drew Parker's going to beat Raisuke Taguchi. I don't know how I feel about that. We should probably have that be Ishimori. Because he will he should do very well in that. But I guess Naito and SB Kento against Juice and El Phantasmo is going to be the co-main. Court of Justice versus LIJ. Naito beats Juice. God damn, I know Juice has been doing really well, but I don't know if we should be doing all this. I just don't think that's the case. Don't think that's it. Oh, fuck it. Let's just have El Phantasmo take the loss. Yeah, I'm thinking this Dragon's Den Sonata Bushi match is also really good as well, because we're going to do Tamura versus Sonata at Wrestling Dutak. I believe that's night 1 for the new Trans-Strong Openweight title. As, Sonata and Bushi will lose. Unfortunately, Eris Kyle O'Reilly's going to get the win over Bushi. That should be a banger. Should be pretty good. Then Robbie Eagles, El Kukui against Fred Yai and Mayan Reed. Set for Steal the Show was Fred Yai is going to beat El Kukui there. We're going to try to build up the foundation. They have a junior tag team title matchup with Mexa Blood. That's why that match is taking place. Then Garcia and Darius Lockhart. This is the okay, I like that more as the technical masterclass matchup, even though it's probably not going to deliver as well as that would. I think that's just better as a regular matchup. We'll see, though. We'll fucking see. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good show, though. The way it flows together, hopefully that co-main event delivers. Other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the second best match on the card, to be honest. That's two teams with some great chemistry, and that's probably going to deliver. We'll see. So 59 for the opener, Daniel Garcia with the Dragon Sleeper. Dragon's Den's in a tough spot, obviously. You know, Heiharu Tamura's doing his thing, but like everybody else, it's just kind of waiting on Brian to come back is kind of the big thing there. But the Dragon Sleeper win for Garcia in 15:48. 53 for Mayan Reed and Fred Yai against Rob Eagles and El Kukui. As Mayan Reed with the rib contusion. It's not great. I mean, Rob Eagles and El Kukui were the better team. It was close, but not great. It's not a great sign if you're Fred Yai and Mayan Reed. The rib contusion there is a tough break. Yeah, 79 for Dragon's Den against Sonata and Bushi. As Kyle O'Reilly with the Brainbuster over Bushi. Literally super close. But Sonata and Bushi were the better team. All around, though, I'm very pleased with that matchup, obviously. We will gladly take that. Yeah, Naito and SB Kento beating Juice Robinson and El Phantasmo, as Naito pinning El Phantasmo with the Destino. It sucks, because SB Kento, we did kind of push him a little too soon. Well, I figured maybe, hey, let's see if we can strap the rocket as a kid and see what happens. It has not went well. He's been struggling still. And a 70 here for the 8-man tag as a grade 1 calf strain on Leono Fujinami. That might actually take him out of the match. So that might have to be replaced with Taguchi, which, God, I hope not. Because that would be unfortunate. But Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi carrying the match here as Taiji Shimura getting the win there over Raisuke Taguchi, which Taguchi with a 43. That makes sense. At least no one's been causing these injuries. It's just been happenstance that these have been happening. Revolution Bomb from Joe Doring over Katsuya Kitamura, even with the excellent chemistry boost. The Doring Ashino team was still the better team, and it's a solid main event, though. Solid main event. A decent little show, we get an 80 there. I think you're seeing that we've kind of went away from some of our marquee names being in the main event, like Okada, and as far as, Nakamura. Well, Nakamura was in the main event last show, but we're not seeing what we were seeing last year as far as the 85 plus main events on the tour, which is fine. We just came off a great New Japan Cup set of shows, so I really don't mind kind of going in a different direction than what we're doing right now. But it's tough because I think at the end of the day we're doing fine as a company right now. We're delivering when we need to deliver on the big time stage, but I think Danielson's injury really fucked up a lot of the plans for the year, unfortunately. But other than that, I think we've been able to deliver in a big way. We'll see how Sakura Genesis plays out, but I'm feeling confident. It's not... New Japan Cup, the finals was really good, and I think that show delivered it way beyond expectations, so there is a bit of that as well, but hopefully everything will go well. At least Claudio's back to 100%, but yeah, on to day 3 we go. Alrighty, Sakura Genesis Road 2 show day 3, as we just have 2 more shows, tour shows left. Yeah, I guess we can run this convention center. Because obviously I want to save Kanto for the final show. Yeah, I think that's the play. I think that is the play. Because I think we'll run... So I want to say the... Oh no, we can run here. I forgot, we got the Sendai Sun Plaza we can run. It won't be a sellout, but that's fine. No need. Main event, though, that is a good question. Probably this Kingdom of Strong Style Task Force Death matchup, as it's the Time Splitters with Shinsuke Nakamura against Kenta and the Lucha Brothers. It's a banger. Kushida's going to beat Pentagon Jr., though, in 20 minutes. Oh, Nakamura's the agent. Will have to be Liger. Walter and Lee Moriarty against Tyler Black and Malachi Black's pretty fun. House of Black going to lose, though, to the Walter Lee Moriarty team, because they're a hell of a team. Lee Moriarty's going to beat Malachi Black, though. We'd love to see that again on a Strong taping. Would be fun, because I believe that's the first time we have booked them, as far as that 2v2 matchup. It is. It is. Yeah, then we'll go with... Yeah, the Bucks against Dark Order as Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Nice little win for the Bucks there. Mexa Blood versus the Foundation, which gonna give that win to the Mexa Blood side. It's an A for effort there, but Riley's gonna beat Christian Gasanova. Obviously, the Mexa Blood team's gonna do a lot of the heavy lifting on that one. Then I'm assuming that's the Technical Masterclass match, but it might be this. Either way. Alright, so it's Narita and Drew Gulak's Technical Masterclass matchup, as Drew Gulak's going to get the win, and Jeff Cobb's going to beat Shota Umino. Nice. So, we do have some new signings as far as some new young lines coming in. I don't know what it is about the dojo, why no one's been coming in, but I've been kind of trying to at least edit it. I think it was because... I could be wrong on this, but I think it was because the graduates, the graduates, they were split on the gender, it was female and male, 50-50. So I just wanted to make it, all male, because I was like, maybe that's why they didn't have it, as far as not being able to graduate. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If it's not going to, if no one's going to pop up relatively soon, I'm going to make it to where June is, going to be where everyone kind of comes in, and so we'll just see how that goes. You can do that. You can have it to be where it's yearly people graduate. I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. I know that much. The opener, though, Drew Gulak, Ren Narita. Sucks that this only got a 40. I'm assuming because of their overness, but Drew Gulak, obviously, this is his domain here, as he gets to win the Gulak in 15:47. Good match, though. Just sucks that they're not over enough. 50 for Cobb and Shota Umino. That's crazy that Jeff Cobb's only a couple points better than Shota Umino. So he gets to win the Tour of the Islands at 9:46. Brutal. Absolutely brutal, the state of Jeff Cobb. Flamita. Mascara Dorada, Ryu Lee, Samurai del Sol of Mexa Blood beating the Foundation. Yeah, the Shane Strickland Fred Yai team, it's not bad. Myron Reed, obviously, his injury taking a big toll there. I think that's what we're going to have. Shane Strickland, Fred Yehai take on Max Abla. I think that's the right call. It's tough, though. It's tough, because there's a lot of talented fuckers out there in that junior division. But, as far as Riley getting the win over Christian Casanova, at least the worst guy. Well, no, not even the worst guy, because Myron Reed was the worst guy. At least the best guy got the win. On hindsight there. 80 for Young Bucks and Alex Reynolds and John Silver. The old Beaver Boys. Back in the day. And this happened. I could have swore this happened in PWG. Could have swore it did. Because I know the Beaver Boys worked PWG. But I'm thinking it was Team Tremendous. Dan Barry and Bill Carr took on the Bucks on a PWG show. But anywho, the Young Bucks get the win nonetheless. Nick Jackson with the Meltzer driver. As, Nick, best guy in the match. That makes sense. John Silver, though, almost on the same level as Matt Jackson was nice to see. 79 for Walter and Lee Moriarty against Malachi Black and Tyler Black. Thanks to Malachi Black being off his game, it was worse than the previous match, but still, solid little tag match as Walter and Lee Moriarty. They were the better team. So I'm glad they got the win. Joint custody for Lee Moriarty over Malachi Black. In the main event, an 80 there. Sucks that this could not hit that threshold level, but we're really stretching these main events thin. The Task Force Death side was tremendous, but obviously, Kushida and Alex Shelley in 69. It's not great ratings there, but Kushida beating Pentagon Jr. at least it was only a point difference, and it was a solid 6-man, though. I'm happy with it. Just kind of curious to see what else. Yeah, hot crowd. Man, it is what it is, a tour show, so it's not the end of the world if this is only a 78 show. Not bad at all. It's on to the last day of the tour show, and day 4 should be pretty fun. Should be a pretty solid show. Hopefully, everything goes well. We got no major injuries or anything like that. We've been banged up a little bit, but luckily everybody's pretty much healed up and ready to go. Alright, so I think I know why there hasn't been any graduates from our dojos. It's because I had in the settings the picture requirement turned off, and in this save at the start of the database I did not know that there was nobody in the free picks little gimmick. So because the free picks are already a part of this picture pack, so I was like, oh, okay, so it'll be easy. That shouldn't be a problem. I guess it is a problem because it was in the wrong spot. So hopefully we get some graduates now, because I just turned that off, and we'll just kind of see what happens. But Tanahashi, and our newest graduate, which is funny, because I was hoping it would be Shotaro Ashino would be his protege, because that's what it is in real life. But it looks like it's going to be Tanahashi being his, what a fucking protege to have for Yuma Zai, as he is an absolute savage, though, as far as a highly, highly successful collegiate amateur wrestler, and he's probably going to be a fucking big deal in the World Japanese Pro Wrestling probably in about 7 years, because obviously he's going to be in his young lion phase for a bit, but hey, once we get there to the 2030s, it'll be a name to watch out for. It's, it'll probably be a little before that, probably around 2028, but still, you get the gist of it. So our main event will be this Kent and the Astronauts versus Kingdom Strong Style matchup. So since we're doing, obviously, the tag team, the New Japan Strong Tag Team titles and the IWGP Heavyweight title matchup, figured this would be fun to do a little 6-man here to build up, 6-man here, rather, to build up to that, as Alex Shelley's going to beat Fuminori Abe to give them a little bit of momentum going into that matchup. We also have Jonathan Gresham and the Great Khan against Shotaro Ashino and Akira Francesco, as I've just felt like we need a 6-man, or need just a regular tag match to build up to the Great Khan and Shotaro Ashino without doing, the same, the Katsuya Kitamura, Great Khan during Ashino matchup that we just did. So, Gresham's going to beat Akira Francesco there. Brody Lee and Claudio against AJ and Roderick Strong. This might go ahead of it, actually, the more I'm thinking about it. But Brody's going to beat Roderick Strong. It's a nice win for Brody and Claudio. And Brody, kind of jokingly, is like, listen, I don't know if it's money that you want, but after I beat AJ and I get that championship bonus, that'll definitely be going towards the Claudio Castagnoli the Dark Order Fund. So that he's throwing money at Swiss money here, as maybe that's what he needs for him to figure out who he wants to join. Man, this match is gonna fucking suck though, as it's going to be. Maybe not. It might not suck because of Clark Connors and Alex Coughlin, but Tomoya Harada and Hiroki Goto against Connors and Coughlin, as Clark Connors is gonna get the win there. Doring and Carl Fredericks, just a shame what's happened to Carl Fredericks, but Doring's gonna get the win in 16 minutes. Shibata over Corey Jarvis, which that's a fun little match. It sucks that Shibata, again, is fallen by the wayside a little bit as far as... we also have Tosha Kawada now. He was just kind of hanging out. I saw on a news thing that he left DDT, which is funny thinking of him. I guess he did work Hustle, so I guess it's not too far-fetched for him to be an agent for DDT, but I was like, oh, we gotta sign up Tosha Kawada. So there is that. But yeah, I mean, I think, oh my god, we about to exit back to the main menu. I think this should be a pretty solid show. You know, I think this should be the best tour show out of the 4 that we've ran, actually, because of the main event and the matches that are on the top part of the billing. But, and also because I think the openers should do pretty well. The undercard stuff should deliver, but we shall see here. The 60, Corey Jarvis outperformed Katsuyori Shibata. I'm not surprised by that at all, to be honest. Jarvis, he's ready. He's honestly ready. We've kind of been slacking a little bit as far as putting him in the right direction. Him and Josh Alexander could be a really good team, and I think we should definitely push them a little bit more. 65 for Doring and Carl Fredericks. Is Doring with the Revolution Bomb. Carl Fredericks, God bless you. I don't know what's going on with you. 61 for Coughlin Connors against Tomoya Harada and Hiroki Goto. I mean, at least Harada did pretty well, but yeah, Goto. Jesus Christ. Roar the champion, though, for Clark Connors. They're getting the win in 9:48. 70 for Jonathan Gresham and the Great O'Connor against Kira Francesco and Shotaro Ashino, which they have zero chemistry together. Terrible matchup for Ashino and Kira Francesco, but Jonathan Gresham with a 6:30 in 18 minutes. Got a 70, so not bad. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. 75 for Brody and Claudio against Roger Strong and AJ Styles. I mean, that's a hell of a team, honestly, Claudio and Brody. I just love it. They had that awesome Jakara cage match. That was, woof. Was that... I was gonna say 2008, but I think that's a little early. I thought it was the late 2000s, but it might have been the early 2010s now I'm thinking about it. It was definitely before Claudio left for FCW. Yeah, 2008, 2009, 2008, you know, around that time. But Brody, pinning Roger Strong with the Brody Bomb in 20 minutes of 75, though, not bad at all. In our main event, it's an 81. Kenta with the Astronauts losing to the Kingdom of Strong Style since they're an actual team, an actual unit, but they were the better team, the Kenta, Takuya Nomura, and Fuminori Abe team. So the match got hotter, or got the crowd hotter for our main event there, but again, Nakamura's just been fantastic. What a run he's been on, and we'll see if Kenta will, in fact, become the heavyweight champion yet again. I'm excited to see that main event, though. That's going to be really, really fun to see, as Sakura Genesis is here. And we shall see how the card plays out. Alrighty, Sakura Genesis, it is here. As, man, at 97 last time around. That is pretty fucking awesome, man. It's Ashino and Okada for the heavyweight title. Nakamura and Zack Sabre Jr. How fun. So obviously we're going to get that match next month, potentially, if Nakamura loses to Kenta. That will obviously be then Kenta and Zack Sabre Jr. As Hiromu and Naito beating the Bucks. Man, I mean, that's a solid match again. 298 and a 99 to cap off that show. That is crazy. Yeah, that's for sure the best show that we've had at a Sakura Genesis Liger. Some fine form before the show, giving everyone a great move with his latest road stories. Hell yeah. And Shibata's passing on microphone work to SB Kento, the man who desperately needs it. It's crazy. We went from Okada and Ashino, Nakamura, and Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiromu and Naito against the Bucks to, and even Bryan and Josh Alexander, which is a banger of a matchup, all to what we're at now. And even Kota Ibushi and Miro is a hell of a match for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, we'll definitely be running the Dome, though, because, yeah, there's no way we're going to be running the National Stadium anytime soon. No way in hell. The main event Kenta Nakamura. And it is Shinsuke Nakamura as the retaining heavyweight champion, beating Kenta in 29 minutes. At least Kenta won the New Japan Cup, but tough break there. Hell of a match, though. Hell of a match that shall be. Co-main event, Walter and Tyler Black. Walter will lose to Tyler Black, unfortunately. Hell of a match, though, hopefully, there, as far as Tyler Black's been. Tyler Black, I don't know if we can show it here, but he's going to retain, obviously, but maybe a little... I think we can see it here, as far as if we can look at the merch sales. He's making almost $1 million, yeah. Yeah, he's actually making almost $2 million for the company. As far as, that's pretty fucking crazy. He's getting about almost half of that, obviously. As far as just $500K a month off of merch alone. Doing very well. House of Black must be rolling in a lot of merch, which is pretty awesome to see. It's crazy, he's #1, though, in merch sales. Never thought that would happen. Over Okada and Nakamura, and even Tamura and Kenta, like, it's a crazy Calvin Tankman has snuck in there, as he was 6th. Order Destruction shirts doing well, I guess. That's crazy. It's crazy, though. So, yeah, kind of, I don't know why I was blanking on the card. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Great Khan and Shotaro Shin. I was like, yeah, I thought there was another title match. It's 2 more. It's Great Khan and Shotaro Ashino, and we have a new Never Openweight champion. What a major win for the Great Khan. Major win. So we'll have that be Red Shoes. What a match. Yeah, Shino's a little upset. I think we'll just let it ride. That's major, though. Major win. So, I mean, what a big night for the United Empire. Sure, Volta loses, but you have Okan winning the Never Openweight title matchup. Potentially, you see Zack, he's got, obviously, on the horizon. You have that Zack Sabre Jr. Shinsuke Nakamura matchup for night 2. Could be a big night. Wrestling Dutaku for the United Empire. Could be a very big night. And Brody and AJ, as AJ Styles will win and retain. As then we're going to have build up in the post-show press conference. Claudio and AJ Styles for the U.S. title for night 1 of Wrestling Dutaku. Which that should be a fun matchup there. But Brody and AJ, actually want to remember what that match was they had. Oh, it was the Tag League Finals. So it wasn't even at the Wrestle Grand Slam shows. So that's interesting. So it's been a little bit since, and that was an 83 when we ran it then. So hopefully about the same here, maybe a little bit better. Then Golden Ace and Fujinami against the House of Torture team. Kind of would be nice to see House of Torture get a win, but I don't know though. At the same time, they did win at the Road 2 show. They won the 8-man, so yeah. I think this is fair time. She's going to beat Ishimori. Should be a hell of a match, though. That might even be better than the match that's the U.S. title matchup. I know it's kind of crazy to think. It's got a really good chance. Time Splitters versus Astronauts. There we go. As Astronauts will win, they'll retain. It's a nice win for the Astronauts, though. I don't know why they keep on booking Davian as the ref. Alright, and then LIJ versus the Court of Justice. As it's going to be set for the show. It's SB Kento getting a win over El Phantasmo. Figured we need him to win something. He needs to look like an actual star at some point during his reign. Tactical Masterclass matchup. Claudio Castagnoli will be beating Roderick Strong. Give him a little bit more time, since they went 30. Thought about going 30 plus, but felt like that'd be a weird spot for the opener. But Claudio getting the win over Roderick Strong. Great stuff. Great stuff there. A lot of singles matches, though, on this card. Don't really get that, obviously, on the final shows too often, unless it's, a non-title singles match, too, is pretty big. As we go post-show press conference, as we will have the, thinking, yeah, we'll go United Empire. Big night for him, Great Khan winning, and it sucks if Walter lost, but, and Zack just kind of telling Walter, hey, keep your head up. Obviously, we got bigger fish to fry type of thing. And we're about to, we're one step closer to being the most dominant force in New Japan. So that should be fun, though. It should be a nice little press conference. Yes, and then the Got the Dark Order one with Brody just being, shit, just really bummed out, just being like, listen, I thought the money was going to be enough. And, Claudia's just kind of laughing about it and saying, don't worry about it. I don't think that money was going to matter. It was, I got to be my own man first type of thing for Claudio. He's wanting to really prove that he can be the top dog here in New Japan. And he wants, as far as, he's like, hey, listen, don't worry about AJ Styles, too. I got my revenge on Roddy for sticking the knife in the back. And now we get to cut off the snake, the head of the snake of Rushmore. As, that should be a fun match. So Claudio and AJ. As far as, it'd be a lot better, obviously, if they were both kind of in their primes. But now, age-wise, they are not really clicking. Oh, yeah, that should be a fun little post-show press conference. And we'll end it out with Nakamura. Well, it's just basically Nakamura saying everyone's kind of thinking that my reign's going to come to an end at Wrestling Dutaku, and he just is, I guarantee you, that's not happening. I beat him on the biggest stage, Wrestle Kingdom. I've beaten him last year at this same exact event. I'm going to do it again. At Wrestling Dutaku, I'm going to keep this run going. He's saying that, he feels like he's in the prime of his career right now, as far as for Nakamura. He's gotten win after win after win. He's gained momentum, and this is, sky's the limit for Shinsuke here. I'm trying to think how old Shinsuke is now at this point. So he's probably 44. That's crazy. 44 years old, still chucking along, doing very well for himself. Yeah, like it. Like it. Tough break for Ashino, though. The Great Okan, the only champion to lose his title on this Sakura Genesis show, but it's a big win for the Great Okan. So there is that. We'll see how the show goes. An 88 for the opener. Claudio Castagnoli beating Roderick Strong with the neutralizer. Great win for Claudio. Opening up the Tokyo Dome is a pretty cool feeling like that when you get a big-time marquee match like that, too, where you're telling a story. And yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome there. 73, though, for the 8-man matchup of LIJ in the Court of Justice. It sucks, because the Court of Justice, they did pretty well. As a team, they just couldn't outperform Shingo and Naito and even Bushi as well. It's crazy El Fantasma with a 74, though. That's actually pretty impressive. SB Kento getting the win with the SB Shooter, tapping out El Fantasma in 11 minutes. It's 83 for the Time Splitters versus the Astronauts. Second defense of the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles for the Astronauts there. If they outperform them, it was a hell of a match, though. Fuminori Abe, best guy in the match for the 83. Not bad at all. A 90, though, for the 6-man. I figured so. I had a lot of faith in this, and Tanahashi and Ibushi just killing it there. Tanahashi, though, with a high fly flow over Taiji Shimori. It's really impressive. Fujinami with a 72 as well is nothing to look down upon. That's a really good rating. Solid 6-man matchup. Solid stuff. The 87th, the U.S. title matchup. Brody Lee coming up short. Oh my god, the Super Styles clash. Yeah, I don't think he's doing that, but nonetheless, though, AJ Styles getting the win and making it his first defense of the U.S. title. 83 for the Great Okan and Shotaro Ashino. God damn it. It's crazy, because I had the U.S. title, Never Over title. I had them going back-to-back as far as going. That was going to be before the co-main. It was going to be the U.S. title matchup. And I just thought, back-to-back kind of Gaijin matches. I don't think that's really the play. And, I was wrong. We'll see how the Intercontinental title matchup goes, but I think it should go better than this. But, hey, we've got a new Never Openweight champion in the Great Okan. And 89. How about that? Oh, yeah, they have great chemistry, too. Fuck yeah. Curb stomp, though, for Tyler Black. 93s for both guys. Sick. Yeah, that was awesome. Tyler Black keeps that reign going. He's had a fun-ass run. Loving it. And a 99 for our main event as Shinsuke Nakamura with the triangle choke over Kenta. That's his 6th defense of his heavyweight title run. Been an incredible run for the man, and keeps it rolling. Keeps it fucking rolling. Post-show press conference for the Dark Order. As Claudio, just still a man without a country, it seems like, as he is. I don't know what he's waiting on. Brody Lee is trying to throw money at the man, and he still said that even if he would have won tonight, still wouldn't have taken that deal. So this man is really looking for something special. And 72 for the United Empire's little post-show press conference. It's good stuff. Poor Walter, a little defeated, but with Zack and the Great Khan trying to hold him back up. Let's see if who else is going to join. The Great Khan, if anybody, with some gold. Come Wrestling Dutaka, and of course Nakamura's post-show press conference does pretty well as well. And 95 for the show rating. Solid little show. I mean, I'm very happy to see that this Claudio Roderick Strong match did really well. Did a lot better than the New Japan Cup matchup, which obviously that was a tour show, but it was really, I didn't even think it was going to be better than this. So, that's awesome to see. I love that 6-man, though. That tag team title matchup is going to be really cool. But we're going to do something special, though, for night 1. As Great Khan, I forgot to even talk about this during the post-show press conference, as Great Khan is kind of consulting, Walter for the loss, he said, don't worry about it. I'm sure the matchmakers of New Japan, the office, they'll let me get some revenge on Tyler Black. So he issues out the challenge. Tyler Black says, how about a non-title champion versus champion matchup? Neverweight champ versus Intercontinental champion. You and me, Tyler Black. Big time main event for night 1 as a champion versus champion matchup. Also going to have Claudio and AJ on that first show, and Sonata versus Aira Tamura. Since Sonata, was the runner-up in the New Japan Cup, figured he deserves, title match. And also he did beat, as far as he beat the Great Khan to advance. So we, as far as potentially could see a New Japan Strong versus Neverweight, champion there. As far as that could be fun as well. But yeah, as far as who to put over, I probably just, Nakamura and Kenta, and probably Ashino for putting over the Great Khan. Keep it simple. But yeah, that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Wrestling Duntaku tour, which is obviously a hell of a tour, because there's, 8 or 6 tour shows, and you got obviously the nights 1 and 2. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, but I think it's always worth it, though, at the end of the day. And we got potentially see new heavyweight champs, tag team champs. We got champion versus champion as well. Should be a lot of fun. And yeah, take care, everyone.